Or is it this way? Yeah, go ahead. Make fun of me if you will. I don't care. Because I'm into the king, and I'm going to show my colors, and I'm going to show my fandom, and I don't care what anyone thinks. Because, well, wait, this ain't right. Wait a minute. The look ain't complete here. The look ain't complete, son. I say, yeah. The look ain't complete. There we go. Ooh. Hi, folks. Welcome to the Matthew Street channel. I'm your host, Matthew Street. And, folks, no, I don't care what I look like. And I don't care what anyone thinks, because when it comes to the king, I'm paying the tribute. I don't care. And, folks, you know, whether I put on a little hat like this, it won't fit with my cool Elvis hair right now. But this is my Elvis 68 special, comeback special hat. Highly recommended. Graceland.com. Get one. It's awesome. Folks, why am I doing this? Why am I here dressed up in my Elvis garb? All right, with my faux leather jacket. Okay. Why am I paying tribute to the king today, folks? Because, I don't know, I was driving around the other day and I started having this thought. I was listening to the Sirius XM. I put on the Elvis channel. I love the Elvis channel, one of my favorites on there, along with several others. And some of the 68 comeback stuff came on. They were playing some stuff from the 68 comeback special. And I said, man, I gotta get back into that again. It's been too long since I listened to some of my Elvis 68 comeback special material. And I love it, folks. I mean, I have albums I didn't pull out, but I have like the CD right here. This is the complete Elvis 68 comeback special, 2 CDs. It's absolutely wonderful. I listen to this constantly listening to this. I have my Tiger Man CD, which is like the raw rockin' stuff. I mean, I just love the Elvis 68 comeback special. I love it so much that I have this old DVD that I cherish. How many people have this? Wow, this came back out years ago, folks, but wow. It is so good, so complete, so perfect. 3-disc set. I absolutely adore this. Love it. Let me fix it here. There we go. Absolutely love that. I also have this really cool book which came out not too long ago, Elvis, the 68 comeback special, the story behind the special that Steve Binder actually had a hand in writing. And folks, I can't recommend this enough. All right, so I'm going to tell you the story in a minute. Just be patient with me. I got a story to tell you, but folks, you got to get this. It's just absolutely wonderful. And the creme de la creme is the complete 68 comeback special anniversary edition. Look at this thing. There's the hype sticker on it. I'm not sure how it's translate, but I'll hold it there for a second. You want to freeze. There's the binding. Look at this beautiful CD1, CD2, 3, 4, 5, Blu-ray, DVD. You get everything. This is the ultimate right here. I can't. I don't know what to say. I love it so much. Okay, love it. Why am I talking about all this? Why am I babbling on and on? I look around my room right now, and I see over there, I have a big 2x3 poster of Elvis during the sit-down session. Love it. I look over there, and I have a figurine of Elvis wearing the 68 comeback special outfit. Love it, okay? Right behind me is my 6-foot-tall black and white Elvis on the center square stage 68 comeback special standee is right there. I look around the room and all these things. I realized it one day. I said, wow, I got a lot of tribute to Elvis during the 68 comeback special. What? Wow, I must like it. Well, folks, I do. I love it. And because I was thinking back to it in 1968. I was 7 years old, and this is when my life changed musically in another direction. Now, you know the story, 1964, the Beatles, my parents being young parents, living on that second floor apartment in Providence, Rhode Island. Bought me Meet the Beatles and the Hard Day's Night album. And you know the story if you watch my channel. I never look back. Beatles fan forever since 1964. And I was kind of a group guy as a young child, as a boy. I liked the Beatles, and I liked some of those 60s pop groups and some of those children's recordings of the mid-60s period, you know, Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead by the Fifth Estate, you know, stuff like that I was into, you know. And it all changed, though, in 1968. Life became different. It was no longer just groups like the Beatles and all that stuff. Because it was one man on a small, simple stage who was so honest and alone on that stage, honest, pure, filled with charisma, filled with energy, filled with passion, and a voice for a generation, captured me, captured millions on that night who had not been aware of him before. Because I was too young to know of Elvis Presley during the late 50s. Wasn't born until 1961. And as I said, I didn't become aware of music till the Beatles in 64 as a 3.5-year-old. So it wasn't till December of 68. I'm 7 years old. And my mom and dad had a little cheesy black and white TV. I remember it. But my uncle, who lived across town in Providence, he had a color TV, which was a big deal in the late 60s that he had this color TV. So whenever there was like a big event where the show would be broadcast in color, everyone caravanned over to my uncle's house. Uncle Dominic. Remember I told you my mother was Italian, child of Italian immigrants. And her older brother Dominic and my Aunt Sue had a color TV. They had one of those big consoles. It sat in the living room, and it was like the centerpiece of the living room. Remember those, if you're old enough? Thing was like 6 feet long, solid wood, either oak or maple, whatever they made it out of. Big speaker on one side, big speaker on the other side. In the middle, you had some shelving for things. I don't know what they had then for the shelving. 8 tracks, were they around then? Cassettes. And then on one side was, you could put some albums. You could fit some albums in. And then right in the center was the TV screen, the color TV screen. And then on top, on one side or the other, was the turntable. You could open it up and put a record on and listen. Or you could, I think on the other side was the AM, FM radio, or whatever it was. Remember those things? It was like a piece of furniture. Sat in the whole wall of your living room, and that was your media center, you know? And it was just so glorious because the sound out of the 2 speakers and the color TV, and it was a big deal, folks. It was a big, big deal for somebody to have this. So we would go over to my uncle's for special events. And on this night in December of 68, the Elvis Presley special was going to be on NBC, now known as the 68 Comeback Special. And folks, I can't tell you what that did to me to see Elvis in all his glory on that stage by himself, singing those songs. It affected me, folks. He pulled me in. I became a lifelong Elvis Presley fan, and I haven't looked back since. And although the Beatles will always be my number one, as you always know, Beatles-centric channel here, Elvis is right there, folks. He's right up there. Because as much as I like the Beatles and the Stones and the Beach Boys and those 60s pop bands, you know, like the Mamas and the Papas and the Turtles and the Byrds and all, you know, all that stuff from that era, Elvis could kick their ass. Let's be honest. I'm not just musically, physically. Elvis can kick their puny asses, okay? I'm sorry to put it that way, folks, but here was this man in all his glory on that stage, you know? All his glory on that stage. And this 7-year-old was deeply impressed by it because, and my dog's barking, I apologize. I can't control her, she's upstairs. Barking. Just like me. Anyway, folks, that man on that stage pulled me in, and I just said, wow, the power of one man on one stage with a microphone holding that Hagstrom Viking 2 guitar, that red guitar, by himself up there with the orchestra off camera, rocking and rolling and playing those tunes. blew me away. And again, I'm not making fun of these groups from the 60s, but let's be honest. You know, one-on-one fight between Elvis and anyone I just mentioned, any of the members of those groups, the Stones, will be Elvis can kick their butt. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, so anyway, folks, but he pulled me in and captured me. And folks, I don't know what it was, but listening to the Elvis channel on Sirius, coming down into my room here, seeing all the Elvis tributes to Elvis during that period around me. And then, you know, looking back on all the stuff I've acquired over the years from that 68 comeback special, buying a jacket like this, you know, doing this kind of stuff. The man has had an effect on me in the positive, in so many positive ways. He was a wonderful human being, a even better singer and musician. He's a legend. He's an absolute legend. And I just want to pay tribute to him today. And it's been a few weeks since I've done an Elvis video. And I'm not ashamed to put on the outfit like this and grab your attention, because I don't want Elvis to ever be forgotten. I'm so happy about the Baz Luhrmann film, and I'm just so happy that, you know, more attention is being brought to Elvis since that film, and I think we need that to continue. So, folks, that's it. Just a quick video today just to say howdy, 11 minutes in and out. Elvis Presley, the legend, man. He is the absolute legend. Never, never should he nor his music be forgotten. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Until I say thank you. Thank you, son, for being here. I truly appreciate it. Bye-bye.